There we go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Racing here at FTR. We're in Japan for round 18 of Tier 2. This is the last race before we take our Christmas break, our holiday, and we'll be back in January. I think it's the second week in January that we will be back with the remaining three races, which will be actually four, which will be USA or Mexico, yeah, USA, Mexico, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi. So welcome to tonight. There is 16 drivers tonight on the grid, so we will lose one person in qualifying one. If you're new to this, remember we will lose one person in qualifying one. 15 will go through to Q2. Q2 we will lose 5 drivers, and then the top 10 will go out for the shootout in Q3, and that's obviously for pole position on the front row of the grid. So a lot of guys out on track, a lot of new guys joining us. So welcome to DRS Carl, KKR Pickle. He was obviously with us last week, and then Carter Boy 555. So all new guys, both in the Williams, Carter Boy and Kyle, and they're both in the Williams, and then KKR Pickles obviously in the Haas, and he's joined by Stefan Chicken Wing. So welcome to everyone, welcome to round 18, and let's get things going. So Suzuka, yeah, probably definitely one of my favorite tracks now. I sort of like learned to like the track last season, but a very difficult track with track limits. It definitely looks like a one-stopper this evening. You can also see the weather's nice and clear, so I don't expect any rain. A couple of guys short tonight, so just a shout out to Ron. Ron is at a wedding this week, taking a bit of time off. He's in the Midlands, so Ron, enjoy your time off, and hope to see you back in January when we restart with the Americas. And then obviously also missing checking tonight, so there's only one Alpha Tauri, only one Ferrari. But the rest of the teams are all here. All our championship contenders are here. Obviously, just to take you through that, Super D is still in the running in 4th. We've got Maxstar in 3rd. He's challenging for the Drivers' Championship. Red Fury is currently in 2nd. And then a little bit of a gap, 0 to Cool in the Alpha Tauri. He's currently on an outlap. So yeah, so all the old school guys are here. Everyone fighting still for the Drivers' World Championship. Anything can still happen in Tier 2. I think if we were punting and we were putting bets on this, I think we would make a lot of money. So let's get on board with our championship leader at the moment. It is 0 to Cool in the Alpha Tauri. So let's see how he goes around Suzuka. Nice to turn 1 and turn 2. Decides to take the corners in 6th. There we go, automatic gearbox kicking in nice and tight. You don't want to get too much on that curve there because the back end will definitely step up. This is a very fast, just a kink really, 7th gear, down into 3rd. A short shift to 4th, obviously automatic gearbox, so selects 4th already for you. Most trickiest corner of the track, I think. So easy to lose the back end around here. It keeps it nice and tight, opens up the exit. So now you want to just hug it slightly to the grass on the right hand side. And here you don't want to miss your braking point. You want to just touch the apex there like you did. Very well done. Down to 4th. Maybe running a little bit wide there, losing a bit of a couple of tenths there. And this will hurt you down this back straight, because it's all about the exit speed, and it's the longest straight, and this is really not a corner anymore. 130R, it's really just a kink in the road for these cars, and as it goes through the S's here, nicely done, so it comes out of it. Top dog at the moment to 128.7, and let's see, so yeah, so he starts his final lap now, apologies for that. So let's see how he fares. So top target at the moment, 128.7. The second of the pace, Carter Boy 555. DRS Kyle, 17th off Carter Boy 555. So the two Williams drivers getting it in there. And let's see if we can pick up some purple sectors here from our championship leader. Takes it nice and easy. Good exit there. Ooh, on the grass there, a little bit of oversteer. This is going to hurt him through this section. Doesn't lose it there. Oh, and this just messes up that whole sequence of corners. So let's see. Chicken Wing out on track now as well. Stefan, he is in the horse. He's saying that the horse is going to do well tonight, so we're looking forward to see that. Looks like he's going nicely through these corners. Nicely arguing it through there. So Top Dog still on top of the 128.7. Everyone still needs to set the time. Chicken Wing currently in sector 2. Runs a little bit wide there, but not invalidated. Corner's a bit forgiving there as he goes into the hairpin here. Nice exit from him. Let's see if he can hug these apexes on the left as he goes through here. Car getting nice out of the way. One of the Ferraris, that is Top Dog, I think, getting nice out of the way there. Running a little bit wide, almost like there's no grip on track, but we'll see how the guys go. Yellow flag's up in a second. That's probably due to the Ferrari making way. You want to just ease into 130. Oh yeah, there we go. And let's see what sector time or lap time Chicken Wing can get up here. Ooh, runs it a little bit deep. They're outbraking himself slightly, but getting a good exit nevertheless. So let's see what this puts in. Probably a 129, 130.6. So that puts him currently into fifth position. Aiden Nason also on track at the moment. He is in sector 1. So Top Dog still Super D just posted a time of 127.9, so he goes almost a second faster. And that is a Mercedes in the middle of the road. Not sure what's going on there. Let's just see if we can pick him up. Probably getting into the way there. Not sure what happened there, but clear both are retiring from the session. Not sure what happened to him. Getting out of the way now. Right, so it is currently Super D, and then KKL Pickle pops into second on the 128.7, and then Torment Kills and drops it into the 127.6. That's a very good time by him for quali 1. Obviously, we don't know what fuel loads the guys are carrying. We also don't know what engine makes they're using. Only one guy will be dropped out this evening. But in essence, it looks like a good time of 127.6. Right, so currently Torment Kills and Zero to Cool on top. So Zero to Cool getting to the point at 127.8, followed by Super D. Red Fury at the moment hasn't set the lap time yet. He's on an outlap at the moment. He's obviously second in the World Championship and fighting hard to stay with Zero to Cool. So is Torment. Torment is second, Red Fury third, and Super D is in fourth. They're all trying not to let Zero run away with us. At the moment, the points difference between Zero to Cool and Torment is 10 points. And then there is a 15-point gap between Torment and Red Fury. And Super D a little bit further behind, but he's only 40 points behind Zero to Cool with this race, and then 4 races after this. Anything can happen. DNFs can happen at any time. So let's get on board with Red Fury here. Hopefully this car coming out of the pits won't impede with him. That space nice out of the way. Hacks the curb nicely there, up into 50, yeah, there we go. Oh, and that's going to mess up the section here. If you don't get the first corner right, it just messes up your whole section. Through the S's here, the snake section of Japan. He's going to get a good exit out of here. There we go, yellow flags up, not sure what's going on behind him. But, nice camera shot there by Codemasters. As he comes through in sector 2, no purple sectors yet for him, but obviously personal best. At the moment in the drop zone, we have Sean Electronic. He has not put a lap up, so he's on an outlap, looks to be. So Sean currently in the drop zone. Red Fury still needs to set the time, so we'll follow him around. Get to sector 3. Low is on an outlap, so everyone is on the salt. Obviously, this is just to get through to Q2. Torment Kills is now back into the session, but he's quite safe on a 127.6. I would definitely think that the guys in the 130s are in a bit of trouble. DRX Carl, Chicken Wing, they might be in a little bit of trouble. Max Star not getting the perfect lapping yet, but I'm pretty sure he'll get there. And as I say that, there we go. So Red Fury pops up into 7th. That should be good enough to put in through 129.1. Low currently on track. He is in sector 1 now. Let's follow him around and see how he handles the S's. Looks like the Alfa Romeo is hooked up slightly slow out of that corner. Might hurt him a little bit down the straight there. Let's see if he can get a nice high start there. As the automatic is kicking, nice run over the curb there, so he was riding that very nicely. See what kind of exit he gets through here. Nicely on the brakes, gets a good exit. Traction control kicks in. Yeah, this looks good. Let's see if we can have the apex on the left and open up that corner for him nicely so he can get a good exit and just maximize the speed on the back straight. You want to get as close as possible. Yeah, he does. No, there we go. That's much better. So hopefully this will get for Max Star also. Max Star currently 5th in the World Championship. He is 68 points behind Torment, the leader. So I never say never. I always say never give up. So let's see where Max Star can put. Currently he's safe. Low still have to put a time. Sean still needs to put a time. So Dean is out on an out lap. Sean is in sector 2 at the moment. So let's see how it goes with Sean. Hasn't invalidated this lap yet. Yeah, a little bit slow out there. Just doesn't look like the McLaren is nicely hooked up. Maybe a little bit low wing settings on the front wing. But let's have a look and see where we can put his McLaren as he comes in. Through the chicane. And this will probably be a 133, let's say 131.1. So that's good enough for 15th at the moment. I don't think Sean is safe. I think Esotronic needs to go out again with Max Star obviously on track. He's starting his sector, so let's follow him around a bit and see. So Sean definitely not safe. I don't think Chicken Wing might be safe. But let's follow Max Star and see what his sector 1 times get up to. Currently he is 5 seconds off the pace. So obviously not using the full capacity of the racing point. Beautiful as this cars comes through the S's here. So let's see if he's up in sector 1. Yeah, almost a second up in sector 1, so that's good news for Dean. So he just needs to pace him through the rest of the lap. That will take him to 131.4, which will not be enough to get past Sean. But I'm definitely sure there's plenty of time to find in sector 3 for him. So almost a second up in sector 1. Let's see what his sector 2 times pop up for us. There we go, 2 seconds up in sector 2. That's much better from him. That will take him into the 130s, the low 130s. Hopefully he can have a good exit into sector 3. So this will definitely push him up to probably about 10th. Let's see where this puts him up. Yeah, he goes 13th. Probably not the best lap for the season so far for him, but good enough to put him through. Sean in a bit of trouble now. He is out at the moment. He's in sector 3, but that was not 3 laps. He's probably just building up ERS, trying to have another go. Chicken Wing currently is also up on track, but it is Torment Kills, our championship leader, who's on pole, or provisional pole for now. 0 to 3 in second, Super D in third. A good job by the Mason in fourth. KKR Pico, what a lap by him in fifth. Top Dog in sixth. Red Shoe in seventh. Sucky Bear in eighth. Fear Brooks on ninth. So bit of a big gap there in terms of to the leader. So you can see the 2 tenths, 3 tenths, and then from third all the way down, it's just the gap is just growing and growing. But once again, we don't know engine loads, we don't know fuel loads, we don't know if the guys are going all out. So at this stage, it looks like Sean will be in trouble. He's got 2.5 minutes to go. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough fuel to go through. He is still out on the same slot, so I doubt whether he's going to improve. He just probably wants to get a bit of mileage on the car before he pops into the race. So use some valuable track time here for him. Oh, and as I say that, he loses the back end. Gets it quickly, nice into reverse. And there we go, some burnouts there. Well done there to Sean. Getting some nice action for us there on camera. So that pass is going to be absolutely wasted now. So I would say that's it. So obviously we're losing Sean. No one has retired from the session in terms of an accident. So keeping it nice and clean. So we will lose Sean, one of the McLarens, in Q1. And there will be 15 drivers going through to Q2. Right, and if you've just joined us, obviously losing only one driver in the session, it will be Isatronic ZA, Sean Townsend, that we're losing in Q1. He's the unfortunate drawer of the drop zone. So 15 cars will go through to Q2. Just popping into the comment section here. Yaku obviously is supporting Low. We also know that Low is Yaku's race engineer. So some support there coming from Yaku. So Hank is saying weird one. I did set a time. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's wrong there, Zero, but you've set a time. And Henry saying good luck to all. Henry is obviously our lady that looks after our social media, and I really want to give her a shout out tonight for doing a super job on our social media on Facebook. She's also doing extremely good work in promoting the league and getting all the exciting stuff out. She was also responsible for the nice intro video that we had for the season 3 discussion on YouTube. And if you haven't checked that out yet, head down to obviously subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you are now, and go look at our season 3 explained. There's obviously more videos to come as we get closer to season 3. But yeah, so well done to Henry, and thank you very much for that. So KK Pickle saying, how's it? Dude, I think you shouldn't be saying how's it. I think you should be racing. But it's nice to have some drivers saying how's it on the stream now as well. So great stuff. So Q1 out of the way. We're just waiting for a couple of drivers to retire. Sean jumping into the pits. Chicken Wing still out on track. He's just across the finish line low. So there is 33 seconds left. 30 seconds now before we kick off Q2. So there we have confirmation, just dropping out one position, which will be Isitronics in A, he doesn't make it through to Q2, but first signs of speed for Tormund Kills, 0 to Cool, our 2 championship, 1 and 2, Super D currently 4th in the World Championship, and a nice in 4th. And then our other championship contender, Red Fury, which is currently in 3rd position. Didn't have the best of sessions in 7th, but yeah, we expect a bit more from him, a 129.1. We expect him to get into the 127s very quickly. So very good times here set by the guys. Red Bull looking very strongly. Only one Alpha Tauri representation is tonight. So yeah. Right, so Arno's also saying one of our Tier 1 drivers. Arno drives for the Alfa Romeo team, teammate with Nick Gishan. Yeah, so Arno's saying he's also supporting Lowe, so obviously Lowe, a very talented young man, doing race engineer for a couple of drivers here. So obviously he is heating up in Tier 2, it's heating up in Tier 1 as we get to a season close. Obviously the finale will be only in January next year with it is 4 races um, in January that will take us to the end of the season, finishing in Abu Dhabi. So 4 drivers can still win the World Championship in Tier 2 and Tier 1, extremely close. Also 4 drivers really in it in Tier 1. So lots of tension as we build through. This is the last race before we take our summer break, if you want to call it summer break, holiday season, Christmas period. And I think everyone wants to go towards this break with a good result and come back fresh next year. So it's a nice 2-week break for everyone. So let's see, let's kick off Q2. Obviously expect some good times from Maxstar. We expect definitely Red Fury an improvement from him in terms of what his 129.1 that he did. So we expect a little bit more from him. And there we go. So in this session, it is overcast at the moment. So if any of the drivers can let me know, or race engineers, whether it's going to on a stream, whether it's going to be raining or not in this in the race. But at the moment, it's very cloudy. It's sort of like became very overcast very quickly. This is the tire. Just a reminder for everyone, this is the tire that you will start the qualifying run. So the fastest time that you set on a specific tire will be the tire that you start the race on. You can see a lot of congestion in front here of Red Fury as the guys are in each other's way. I think there is rain on the way. That's why so many people are out. So currently we have Aiden Nason on the mediums, so he's decided to go for the mediums. Super D is also on the mediums. Maxstar's going out to the mediums. Lowe is going out to the mediums. So a whole load of Oaks going out for the mediums. Codemaster saying this is a one-stopper, either soft mediums or soft hards. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can get those mediums switched on in the beginning of the race. If it is going to be a little bit cooler, so it's going to be interesting to see. Alright, so let's have a look here at Aiden Nason. He is in the radar. He's currently on the mediums. He is on a fly at the moment. So this is his first flying lap for the evening on the mediums. So let's see how these mediums behave. Let's get on board with them. Nice exit there from Adrian, so opens it up nicely for this back straight before he gets to 130R. So let's see where this drops Adrian Nathan in. Drops him into fifth at the moment, 6th off the lead. Difference in tires is probably about 6 tenths, so a very competitive lap time, a 1:28.1 by KKL Pickle on the salt. He's currently in the horse, he is on top. Zero to cool, he is on the softs as well. Red Fury has also decided to go out on the softs, he's 2 tenths off the pace. Max on the mediums, Aiden Mason on the mediums, a bit of congestion, yeah. And this is probably one of the problems with Japan, is that you can get extremely close to traffic. Not a lot of space to get out of the way, especially in Sector 1. So if you are in Sector 1, you might find some trouble. And I can see raindrops on the screen. So it looks like there is rain coming. So it's going to be interesting to see the guys who hasn't set lap times yet, whether they're going to be able to get some heat in those tires. I don't think the rain is that bad yet, but definitely some spots of rain on the start-finish straight. At the moment, it's 0 to cool with a 1:27.9. KKL Pickle and Red Fury and Maxwell is your front row. People in the drop zone at the moment, Chicken Wing, he's 3.7 seconds behind on a 1:31.6. Top Dog also in trouble at the moment, he's in Sector 1. Sakibiena is in the pits, not sure why he hasn't gone out. Geerberta has not gone out, or he's retired or made a mistake, but he's out of Q2, so he will start whatever position he gets. Yeah, Torment is on a lap on the mediums, but as the temperatures get cooler, the track temperature is also going to get cooler. So yeah, it's going to be a feisty one. So let's see our championship leader. He's in Sector 3 at the moment, coming to the last part of the track. Rain falling, so hopefully that will not mess too much with him as he crosses the line. There we go, he puts himself up into second. Less than a tenth off the time set by 0 to 2 on the soft, so very good lap there by Coleman, finding the most out of those mediums. Drop zone tightest at the moment is just safe on 1:30.0. Low probably needs another 8 tenths. Chicken Wing needs almost 2 seconds to get through, and you get the funny sense that it's almost over, like it's Cadova, because you can see the guys invalidating laps. It's getting harder and harder to keep these cars on track. A lot of guys might have waited a little bit too long before they go out, but the rain is falling harder now. It's going to be difficult to improve lap times. I think everyone who's in the 1:27s and 1:28s can definitely sit back, have a coffee. They've gone through to Q3. I don't think anyone's going to threaten those times. It's currently on track. Temperatures dropping, the track becoming more slippery. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So we'll have a look out on Q3. It might be intermediate tires in Q3, and that's going to be fun. So Hanku saying no rain predicted for the race. Thanks, Hanku. So at least we know that we go to try a race. The qualifying does not look so sexy at the moment, and I'm not sure what's going to happen in the Top Dog going out again. Not pretty. Well, he hasn't set a lap time yet, but it's going to be very difficult to get to the 1:31.6 maybe for him because of the track being a bit more wet. Saki Biena, he is in Sector 1. Let's see how wet it is. Oh, you can see playing around with the throttle, but good grip here, not as bad as what I expected. And you can see the rain coming down. Hugs it nice and tight, so let's see a little bit of oversteer coming out there. A little bit easy out on the throttle on the exit. You do not want to lose the back end here. So let's see. Nice corner entry. That's how you want to take that corner. Nice rotation. You can see the grip is literally not there anymore on the rear tires, and he's battling to find the tires are grinding in to the surface, trying to find some kind of resistance to grip on. And it's very easy to lose it through here. You do not want to get on the curves here. Goes through there. Hopefully this will be good enough for him to get him into the top 10. So he hasn't set the time yet. He needs to beat the 130.0, which is from Titus and Moreno. So let's see whether Alfa Romeo can pop himself in. Nice braking. Oh, that's good corner entry and exit. Well done there by Sakibena. Let's see if he crosses the line. Where's this going to put him? Puts him up into 8th. Well done. What a great lap there by Saki. And that puts him up all the way in 8th. He drops Titus down to 11th. He is not on track, so he's got a couple of minutes to go up. Low, finding it very difficult at the moment on the softs. I think it might be a little bit too cool for the soft. Chicken Wing on a 131.6. He's in 13th. Top Dog is in sector 1 at the moment. And we'll have a look and see if he can improve his times. But at the moment, people in trouble is definitely Titus. I would think that Sakibena is kind of safe. Maybe Carl is not so safe on a 130.0 with Titus. He's probably going to go out again. I'm not sure. The weather has changed for the worse. I don't see Low improving on his 130.8. I don't think there's a threat for Carl there. Stefan is out on track and a half. Chicken Wing, so he's trying his best in sector 2. Let's see what sector 2 brings for him. If he's going to be up or down, he will give us a good indication of track conditions based on his sector times. Yeah, 3 seconds off the pace, so definitely no one's going to improve on the lap times here. I think that's it. Definitely Carl looks to be safe. Titus not going out. Low not improving. Chicken Wing not improving. Top Dog hasn't set a lap yet. So wait for him to cross the line. He goes to 129.1. A very good lap by him. In wet conditions, puts him up at the 7th on the softs. But he's surrounded by medium compound tires, so it's going to make it interesting in the race game. But no one looks to be improving. Titus and pit still low. Let's have a look at the sector 1 times. He's 14th up, so finding some kind of grip here for Low. He really needs a second and a half, or 1.1 seconds just to get him through to Q3. So let's follow him around and see if we can make some more time up in sector 2. So he can be the cat amongst the pigeons and putting Sakibena out, which I think is a really good lap there by Saki on the mediums. But it seems like it's getting a bit, it's still raining. Maybe some heat in the tires, maybe the one lap is not so good. He's 17th up. He probably needs another 16th in the last sector, so depending on how he goes through to the last S, that will determine whether he's going to go through. Maybe he's got enough fuel in to do another flyer, but let's see where this puts Low. It puts him up into 11th, 129.791. He really just needs 100th of a second to get him through, but that's it for him. He's retired from the session. Sakibena safe with a good lap of him in 10th. Titus not going out, Chicken Wing not going out. So yeah, that's Q2 done and dusted. The paceman on top to cool. Our championship leader, followed by Tormund Kills. Tormund Kills. Yeah, is in second. He's also second in the championship. We've got KK Pickle in third on the soft. But interesting to look at the information on screen here is that Tormund will be starting on the mediums. Everyone else around him on the soft. So his championship rivals, Zero to Cool, will start on the softs. Tormund will start on the mediums. Red Fury, other championship contender, will also start on the softs. Max Star on the mediums. Super D on the mediums. So the Red Bull guys are going for the ultimate strategy, going for medium start. and the rest of the championship contenders, Zero to Cool and Red Fury, opting for the softs. So we've lost 5 guys in the session. We've lost Low, DRS Carl, Titus, Chicken Wing, and Theodota. So only 10 drivers going through to the top 10 shootout, and a very good lap there by Saki to get through to the top 10 on the mediums, persistence. And then also a very good time there by Top Dog in 7th, although that was on the soft tires, but nevertheless getting him through into Q3. Alright, so just over 11 minutes left. This is Q3. It is raining. The rain didn't pull away like we thought it would. And here we go. It seems like everyone is still out on the softs. They are going to have a go at this. So, yeah, guys to look out for. Obviously, our championship contenders, which is a Zero to Cool, Tom and Kills, Red Fury and Super D. Let's have a look at them. So everyone out on softs at the moment. They want to probably try to get a lap, and I don't think it's wet enough for inters yet. But we'll have a look at the guys' sector times. Right, so here we go. So let's follow this lap around our championship leader, Zero to Cool. Oh, and a big moment there as one of the halves pops out. That looks like KKR Pickles also gone off track. It is extremely wet here at the moment. But yeah, let's focus on Zero. He's currently in sector 1. Let's see how wet this is. This is definitely very difficult. It's probably not inters yet, you want to put a lap in before you have to move on to the Inters. The Inters probably going to be 8-9 seconds slower. So if you put half a decent time in on the softs, it will definitely benefit you, and you might just start from pole. As it puts purple sector in for sector 1, keeping it nice and clean. So I think really what you want to do on this lap is just keep it on track. Don't lose the back end, don't step it out, brake a little bit earlier, even if you have to shift a little bit more down or up just to get traction. So that's gonna be hard. Right, so he's keeping it nice and tight here, battling to find the grip. But definitely worth for Zero to finish this lap and see where he is. Probably come in on his next lap, put on the Inters and see if he can find a bit more grip. But this will probably be his best lap of the session if he can get this final sector done and dusted. As he goes through the final sector, championship leader Zero to Cool in the AlphaTauri without a teammate this evening. Stays close to the line, he crosses a 135.2. That's very respectable on salting conditions like this. So everyone battling away at the moment. The other championship contender, Super D, he's invalidated this lap. Red Fury also battling. Tormund putting 2 seconds down. Maxstar second down. I don't think anyone's going to improve on this. I think it was first come, first serve in this section, or in this session. Red Fury battling to find the time there. So Zero just strengthening his grip on the World Championship. Yeah, obviously leading by 10 over Tormund, but getting pole position. Yeah, that's you will start on pole on the softs. Obviously, Tormund will start on the mediums. The Red Bull team deciding to go for the mediums, not for the softs. But it's going to be it's a 10 points difference between Zero and Tormund. Red Fury 15 points behind Tormund, and then Super D another couple of points behind Red Fury. So Super D at the moment invalidated this lap. He's currently in 6th. Zero to Cool doing what he should be doing at this part of the season, putting himself up into pole, giving him the best chance of having a good race this evening here in Japan. And that's all really you can ask for a championship leader, is to put it on pole and try to control the race from there. Maxstar currently in 2nd. Tormund, he's in 3rd, so not bad for the second row start. Top Dog in 4th, Aiden Mason. But Super D, he's just finishing off this lap. He's probably going to stay out. I don't think if you put the Inters on, you're going to be faster whatsoever. So it's a really opportunity missed maybe for the Red Bull guys. You can see some spray coming out at the back there, so it's just going to get more and more difficult. Saki Biana, ooh, battling to find the grip here. Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. Keep it nice and tight, counter steer there, keep it throttle in, don't stall. And he's going to just have to go back to the pits, put some Inters on and see, maybe he could just put in a good lap on the Inters and at least get into the top 5. Super D is coming to the pits. Yeah, that's it for the softs. I don't think he'll challenge for pole on Inters, so that's really session done for him. He's probably hoping to get on the 3rd or the 4th row of the grid. The same as Saki. Carterboy in the pits. KK Pickle, he's out on track. He's invalidated this lap on the softs. Let's see if the Haas also battles with track conditions. So provisional pole at the moment, Zero to Cool on a 135.2. Very good lap from him under very difficult conditions. Maxed on 2nd, he's retired for the session. I don't think anyone's going to catch that time anyway. 2nd row, Tormund Kills and Red Fury, championship contenders, and then the other championship contenders, Super D, a little bit down in 7th, so putting himself a bit under pressure here. But let's see if he puts on the Inters. How will it go? So Tormund is on Inters, not has gone out yet. Saki is on track. He's in sector 2 at the moment. So let's see if he can pull another magic rabbit out of the hat like he did earlier. Yeah, he's jumped into the pit. He's going to put the Inters on. So Carter Boy, he is on the Inters. He's on an outlap at the moment. KK Pickle is still on the softs, but we expect him into the pits Championship contender, Super D. Now this is crunch time for him. Torment also going out of the pits. The Super D is on an outlap. Let's just see if we can find some kind of grip. But it's going to be very difficult to get into close to pole. I think 135 is a little bit out of grasp. You can see the rain coming down a little bit harder, and it's just going to get more and more difficult for these guys. So Stefan's saying on the chat here that the weather destroyed his lap. Yeah, weather we can't control, Stefan. So it's obviously the luck of the draw, how quickly you can get out of the pits and how quickly you can clear traffic. But there is opportunity still here to get onto the top, probably the row 4 or 5. The Super D currently on track. So we're going to follow him a bit around. Him and Torment, they are championship contenders. So Super D will have no lap time set yet, so he needs to get a lap up. Torment will give us a good indication if there's any pace to be found on the inters. He's currently 137.3 and almost a full second from the first row. He would obviously like to park himself next to Zero to cool. So we'll check his sector times and check if he doesn't come into the pits. Maybe if he just sees there is no grip, he's probably just going to go back into the pits and say, look, that's me. No one's going to improve on that. So I think he will be the marker. Super D needs to set a time to get him at least registered on the timing screens for starting position. So let's see if Torment comes into the pits. He stays out. So let's see in sector 1 if we can see any improvement. So he did only soft 137.3. He's currently out on the inters. So let's see if he can have an improvement. There is 2 minutes to go. Anyone on inters is obviously trying just to put a lap time up. So sector 1 split coming up now. Oh, it looks extremely slow. I don't think this is going to be good enough. I think Torment's backed out of it. He's probably not finding the grip that he wants. Yep, 2 seconds off the pace, so that's really it for him. Super D trying to put a lap time up. He's currently in sector 2. Let's see if he can put himself, get himself into the top 5. But looking at Torment's lap there, I think it's, I think we can expect 140s on the inters here. But let's see. Here we go, 139.5, not too far off my prediction, 0.5 of a second, half a tenth. So he stays similar for the 139.5. Saki Biena is currently also out on the inters. Carter Boys retired from the session. Pickle is out on the inters. So it looks like confirmed. Your front row will be 0 to Philip Maxstar. Torment Tools will start on the second row of the grid with Red Fury. So that's interesting. Your championship leader starting from pole. Second in the World Championship, Torment Kill starts in third, followed by a third in the World Championship, Red Fury. And then fourth, Super D, he will be starting all the way from seventh. But remember that the Red Bulls are starting on the mediums. So we'll see if they can convert that into medium softs or medium hards. A bit naughty there of one of, I'm not sure who that was, but definitely one of the Red Bulls impeding on Saki Biena's time. And remember, he still needs to set a time, so he is on a flyer. So yeah, that will probably be referred to the stewards. Loses the car slightly as he's probably frustrated and trying to get the car going, but I'm not sure which of the Red Bulls got in the way there. But it's not good news for the championship, because if the stewards does find some kind of impedance, as I say that, he completely destroys his front wing. Saki Biena pushing extremely hard and just pushing a little bit too hard, putting a bit of a bull there on the Alfa Romeo, which they're going to have to pay a bit later. Front wing gone. Luckily, no tyres gone, so he didn't retire from the session. But no lap time set by him, no lap time set by Quarterboy. So Pickle, he just needs to set a lap time. He just needs to set any kind of time to get him up into 8th position, not starting in 10th. So, so let's see if he can just put a kind of lap on and keep all the spares and all the carbon fiber bits on the car and get himself into the top 8. So Saki Biena having a big moment there, retiring from the session. There you can see the Alpha. Carter Boy not taking part in the session. He's obviously happy with his setup and he missed the opportunity on the dry tyres. Zero to Cool made the most out of that. So as we wait for KKR Pickle to come through, let's see where this is going to put him. Anytime will really do. And that has put him 7th. What a good lap there by KKR Pickle. Well done to him, putting him up into 7th position. So he jumped Super D, so not a good session for Super D. He needs to catch up some points. He's currently 4th at the World Championship and almost 40 points behind. But it is Zero to Cool, Championship leader, who is just Santos Authority. He's in pole, followed by Maxwell. Second row, the grid is Storm and Kills and Red Fury in the McLaren. The third row is Top Dog and Aiden Nason. Fourth row, KKR Pickle with a very good lap there on the Inters and the Haas. He just jumped Super D in 8th. And then your final 10, the top 10 is Saki Biena, that big moment in the Alfa Romeo. And Carter Boy Williams, we didn't set a time. So we'll just wait for the guys to ready up. And let's go racing in Japan. Right, welcome back everyone, and this is the formation lap. 26 laps, 27 laps waiting for us here in Japan. Championship is Zero to Cool on pole position on the softs. It's going to be an interesting race here with Maxwell and Tormund Kills on the mediums. Also Aiden Asen, Super D, Saki Biena on the mediums. And then on the softs, Red Fury, Top Dog and Aiden and KK Pickle. So it's going to be interesting to see not a big tire difference or a big time difference in tire differential. Obviously this weekend softs is your faster tire by 0.6, followed by the mediums, and the mediums is 0.6 faster than the hard, so the harder compound tire. This is a one-stop strategy race in general, barring no safety cars and barring that there's no rain. But at the moment it looks clear and sunny, much better than what qualifying 2 and 3 was. But Zero to Cool doing what he needs to do just before the Christmas holiday break. He puts himself onto pole. He's currently 10 points ahead. And we're going to keep on reminding you of that because we are getting closer to the end of our season. He is 10 points ahead of Tormund Kills. And Red Fury is 15 points behind Tormund and Super D. He's obviously a good 40 points behind Zero to Cool. So anything can happen. It is still up for grabs. Maxstar currently 5th in the World Championship. He's on 120 points. So not out of it yet, but highly unlikely for him to get to the top step of the podium at the end of Season 2. But let's wait and see. Let's just get a better camera view here. Right, it is almost 5 lights out here in Japan. 27 laps waiting for us here. There is a false start at the back. It looks like one of the... Oh yes, and he stalled it completely. It's one of the Williams guys. And big trouble at the back there. It looks like Carterboy 555. He should be definitely disqualified from the session. Wow, that was horrible. But in front, looking at the front runner, 0-2 getting away very nicely. Maxstar in second, followed by Super D in third, Red Fury in fourth. So as the guys form up, so there's already penalties of plenty. You can see Adam Nathan, Titus, DRS Carl also getting a penalty. I'm not sure who was to blame. It might have been Carl for the jump start and then ramming into the other Williams. I'm not sure what happened to him, if he was disqualified or what's happened there. Can't find him on track. But he's out of the race. Alright, and there is yellow flags, no safety car, no virtual safety car, so it's still racing. Lap 1 almost complete, 0-2 going through. He will, yeah, there we go. He's opened up that gap nicely, 1.3 seconds between him and Maxstar. Torment now chasing down Maxstar. He needs to try to get as close as 0. You can't lose too many points. Being 10 points behind 0 at the moment, you can't lose too many points behind 0. He is on the mediums, the same as Maxstar. 0-2, obviously getting away good, being on the softer compound tire. Red Fury hanging in there, 0.6 of a second behind Torment. Our other championship contender, Super D, he's all the way down into 14, so he's fitted for a new wing. He's gone for the softs. Yeah, he's all the way in 15th position at the moment. As they come out of the pits, a whole host of pit stops happening here. It looks like Chicken Wing also into the pits for a set of softs. Super D, a nose change in softs. Carter Boy into the pits, he's changed for, looks like medium, hards for him. Sean also was in the pits on the hards. But let's get our focus back onto the top 5 here. Alright, so 0-2 coming through. Ooh, it almost looked like he lost it there. Maybe just going a little bit too tight on that before 130R. Lost 2 tenths in that sector, but he's still 1.1 seconds ahead. Oh, and a good battle here by Adam Nathan and Pickle. So, so Adam Nathan getting a penalty there. We'll pull up the penalty tracker just now for you. So a drive-through for Adam Nathan, a drive-through for Carl, 5 seconds for Chicken Wing. So it's not looking too sexy. Pickle pulling slightly away now. I just want to see if there is any damage. Yeah, there is an end plate missing on the Renault, so Adam Nathan is definitely battling to find some kind of grip. But in front, it is still 0 leading on the softs with Maxstar. Maxstar, though, keeping in touch with him, not letting him get away. He's almost in DRS range. Torment sticking close to Maxstar. Top Dog on a softer compound tire. He's on 4th, KKR Pickle and soft. He's catching a Top Dog at the moment. And then Super D currently 11th on the softs. Oh, and a big moment there for Maxstar, losing the car completely, just pushing a little bit too hard. Doesn't look like there's any damage to the racing point. He joins nice and safe. That tire is going to be very difficult to manage for the next couple of corners. But have a big moment there. That promotes Torment now into 2nd. Top Dog into 3rd, which is on the heel to Torment. He's obviously on a softer compound tire, so he needs to get past Torment if he really wants to make this race work for him. Super D is sitting the fastest time at the moment. He's currently 16 seconds behind Saki Biena, so he's 16 seconds outside of any points for him. But it is Zero to Cool pushing, pulling out that lead nicely, 3.2 seconds now between him and Torment. Top Dog definitely within DRS range here. We'll see when they go around. Obviously he's going to get a 5-place penalty in this race for the big accident caused by him in Russia last week, retiring 6 cars in that accident on lap 1. So yeah, he has to make up for it. So wherever he finishes on the standings, he will have a 5-place drop. So at the moment, if he finishes in 3rd, he will be 8th. So everyone will be promoted by 1 spot. That will promote KKR Pickle to his first podium. So let's have a look. Maxstar, he's recovered nicely. He's got KKR Pickle in front of him on the mediums. Super D, he's currently linked, so he's come down to 14 seconds. I see Aiden Nason's gone into the pits. Yeah, that's for that front wing of his. He goes for the softs. Saki Biena, he's still in 9th position on the medium, so good race there by him. Currently in 9th on lap 5. Super D passed Aiden Nason in the pits. 2 lap old softs. Aiden Nason's going to come out on a fresh pair of boots, so he's going to be extremely quick in this section of the race. Still a long way to go, still 22 laps to go, so anything can happen. Safety car can bring back everyone. It's not lost yet for anyone really in this race. We've seen that safety cars at the end of the race brings everyone back together and close again, so it's all racing again. But Top Dog all over Super D at the moment. One of the Williams is getting out of the way there, being lapped. So Super D or Torment now getting that gap down to 2.8, so it was 3.2, but getting it now down to 2.8, and you can see the Alpha Tauri in the distance. So Top Dog a bit frustrated here behind the Red Bull. He obviously is on the faster tyre, but just can't get past the mediums. So just not finding that kind of pace through here. So Maxstar now 1.5 seconds behind KKR Pickle. He's catching him very nicely. Low in 7th, so he's 1.1 second from Red Fury. He's on the mediums, Red Fury is on the softs. Just want to see there's no damage to the McLaren, so he's currently on the softs. So we expect the guys on the softs around about 11, lap 10, 11 to come through. Super D is obviously pitted early, so we expect him probably lap 13, 14 to come in and maybe slap on a pair of mediums again. He's currently in the points, 12 seconds behind Saki Biena. But the closest battle at the moment is definitely Top Dog going on the inside of the Red Bull. So giving each other nice space there. So the Red Bull will have DRS coming down the straight. So let's see if he can make this work for him. Torment needs every point that is available for him. Currently, it doesn't really matter. Top Dog will get a 5-place penalty. So no matter if he wins or comes second, he will drop 5 places down. So Torment probably realizing that and say, look, this battle is not mine. Let me just stick in front of you. Maxstar is behind Torment. So a little bit behind Torment. So yeah, Torment just needs to stick with Top Dog at the moment. So Zero to Cool controlling it nicely from the front. And then all the way down there's Sean in 12th position in the McLaren. He's put it for the hard, so we don't expect him to maybe come in again. He can maybe stretch it out. Aiden Nason 15 seconds behind Super D on the softs. Then Super D in 10th, Saki Biena in 9th. So he's now closed that gap between him and Titus. It's now within DRS range, both on the same tire. So let's see how that goes. So KK Pickle, he is 0.3 of a second behind Maxstar, putting all the pressure that's needed. He is on the faster tyre. He is on the softs. He will definitely get DRS going down the start finish straight. So it's all about getting as close as possible here, having a nice exit out of the last chicane, and probably try to get as close as possible, going on the inside, see if he can disrupt him slightly. So let's see. You can see that Maxstar's really pushing hard on those mediums. So DRS open. You'll probably find that the straight is just not long enough to get through. He decides to go to the inside. Good move there by Maxstar. Oh man, and almost losing the car there. And Maxstar makes the mistake. He goes out a little bit wide. Not sure who is glitching and who is. His internet's not the best here. But a side-by-side racing by these two guys, and very exciting. Hope they can keep it clean. So Pickle now getting, is he going to go? Oh, this is not overtaking place. So just putting his nose in and say, come on, I'm here to race. Having a really good exit. Is he going to go the outside, inside? Oh man. So let's follow them through here into before we get to 130. Oh, let's see if we can get a good exit. Maybe he can make this straight work for him. You can just see there is a little bit of more edge grip to the softs than the mediums. He's probably going to use a bit of overtake here. Maxstar's got plenty of overtake left in the tank. And KK Pickle just not having enough overtake. So, oh, they run slightly wide into the dirty air. He will get DRS again, so he just needs to stick on it. So probably another 3 laps before we expect the guys in on the softs. The guys on the mediums will stay out. So we'll have a look at Pullman's times and see if he can pump in the lap times. And he's obviously going to come out on the softer option tire closer to the end of the race. So he will be quicker at the last stint of the race, barring no safety cars. But at the moment, it's all about Zero to Cool, leading by 3.6 seconds. Torment is officially really in second position. Maxstar in third. Top Dog dropping down 5 positions. A little bit further down, Saki Biena having a race on his own. He's currently in 8th position. He's 17 seconds behind Low. He's on the medium, same tires as Low. He is 2 seconds ahead of Titus. And then Super D has brought that gap nicely down. It's now 8 seconds, just no, 7 seconds between him and Titus. He's catching Titus very quickly on the softs. But yeah, we expect him definitely in around about like 13. Chicken Wing, Stefan retiring from the session. I'm not sure if there was a mistake from him, but there is yellow flags out. So we'll see if we can see a car parked somewhere. I can't see any car. Okay, so Top Dog pops into the pits. He puts in a set of hearts. So he's going to go for the harder. So he puts on that 10, goes for the hard. It's going to bring him out. So Red Fury goes fast. Pickle goes into the pits. He's putting on a set of hearts as well. So he goes out on the hearts. Low just gone past. He is on the medium. So we expect these guys probably around about lap 16 on the mediums. And then they will slap on the softs and try to get it to the end. So we're almost half distance in this race, so another 3 laps getting a half distance, 4 laps really. Zero to Cool championship leader still leading. Torment Kills in second, so that will be vital points that Zero to Cool it takes away from his 15 points versus 18 points. So we'll take another 7 points out of Torment. And this will put him 17 points in the lead as we go into the holiday break. But there is still time for Torment to catch up. He will be on a faster tyre at the end of the race. It's all about pit stop strategy and keeping it clean. Maxstar also, he's a very healthy third. Zero to Cool jumps into the pits. So he's popped in lap 11. He is going to... So let's have a look at this. So he was 6 seconds ahead, if I'm not mistaken. He comes out just in front of Low and just behind Red Fury. So he is now 15 seconds. So it looks like a 21-second pit stop here in Japan. So we'll have a look and see. Zero should decrease that gap very quickly, being on the soft mediums. But remember, this tyre life will only last this long in the race. He will battle at the end later on when Torment gets onto the softs. So Firecore Publishers, one of our sponsors for season 2, popping in and saying she's a little bit late for the party. She's always late for the party though. Welcome, honey. So it is good to see Torment on top, obviously championship leader. Red Fury having a good race. I mean, he's done 10 laps on those softs already. So just having a look at him, when is he going to come in? He probably wants to push it as far as he can. Goes on the mediums. He doesn't want to go to the hards. Mediums probably have a little bit more grip than the hards. Super D, other championship contender. He's currently in 10th. He is just sitting there waiting for a safety car to pop in and just to bring him back in the race. And that's probably the only thing that will save D tonight is a safety car. Fastest lap currently belongs to him, a 1:31.2. But he is 4 seconds behind Titus, so 9th is definitely up there. Both Saki Biena and Titus still needs to pit, but they will be on the softs obviously. So D will probably pit a little bit earlier, try to undercut them. There is a yellow flag in sector 1. I can see someone dropping down the order. It looks like Red Fury. He's just gone into the pits. So he's slapped on the mediums. So promote Zero to Cool to 3rd now. Saki Biena is also in the pit serving a penalty. He goes out. He's put on the hearts. Aiden Nason coming down the start finish straight now. Is he gonna jump in? Is he? Because Aiden Nason still needs to pit. Obviously Saki Biena does not have to pit again. Yes, he does. But Aiden Nason, we expect him back in the pits, and the same with Super D as well. So Super D in 9th now, catching Titus. He's now 3.4 seconds. Top Dog, he is on the hards. He's catching Low on his used mediums. So we expect Low in round about lap 15, 14, 15. He might slap on a brand new set of softs and be really quick at the end of the race. So Top Dog trying to catch Low here. Yeah, does a good overtake move there. It's not really the battle there that Low wants. He's battling another battle on track. He doesn't want to get involved in this. Pickle has pitted. He's on 1 lap old half, so he's effectively in 4th. And he doesn't have to pit again. Maxstar is currently coming out of the pits. KKR's going through, and Maxstar just makes it. So Maxstar in third, and a brand new set of cards. And if we look at time, so Maxstar 24 seconds behind Torment. It's probably a 21-second pit stop around here in Japan. And if Torment pits now, he will come out 12 seconds behind Zero to Cool, but he will be on soft, fresh rubber, and we can expect him to close that gap. So the gap was run about 6 seconds. That's obviously doubled with the undercut from Zero. But let's have a look. So 12 seconds the gap between Torment and Zero to Cool here. So if they both pit, it will probably not get Maxstar into the top 2, but it will be very close at the moment, depending on what kind of lap times he puts in now. Red Fury in 6th at the moment. He is on a brand new set of mediums. He's chasing after Top Dog and the Hearts. Titus still needs to pit. Super D, he still needs to pit as well. He started on if I'm not mistaken, he started on the mediums. He's gone soft, so you might just see him go soft. So yeah, let's have a look at him. So he's on like 10 lap old softs now. So he did 4 laps on the mediums. He probably can get to lap 16, 17. Yeah, and then pit for softs again. So he might do a 2-stopper, go soft if he's got enough new soft tires available for him. So the gap between Torment and Zero is now stabilized 11.3, 11.2. Obviously Zero don't want to take out a lot of those tires because you will have to be on those tires at the end of the race, so that's going to be difficult. And I got the jab there from 5 Publishers. Well done, honey. So lap 14, halfway through Japan. Aiden Nason, I see a position change there. It looks like he just it's like he'd be on a let's just have a look. Titus went into the pits. He's fitted for a brand new set of hearts, so he's just come out of the pits in 11th. So Titus doesn't have to pit again. Super D has to pit, Aiden Nason has to pit, and Torment. That's the only guys really that still needs to pit. So almost all the pit stop out of the way. From a championship point of view, halfway through the session, looking pretty for Torment, but yes, he still needs to pit, and Zero to Cool is catching him now again. It looks like the mediums come back to him, so Zero to Cool just managing those tires. It is now 10 seconds, so if Torment goes into the pits, he will probably be 11 seconds off the lead, with probably about 10-11 laps to go on the softs. So I'm not sure if he will be able to catch a second lap, depending on what the drop-off on the softs is. But that is the 2 championship contenders. If Torment pits now, he might just come out behind Maxstar. So that is something that the Red Bull guys do not want at the moment. They do not want a car between them and Zero. So he needs to push really hard now, or pit now. You can feel it in the pit stop window of Torment, so I would expect him in. I can see Super D. Yeah, Super D is coming into the pits. He's going to slot on softs. He's put on mediums, so he probably doesn't have another pair of softs, brand new softs left. So he's got on the mediums. So that's going to be difficult for him from there. So let's have a look at Torment. Is he going to pit this lap? That gap's now going to come down from 10.3 to 9 seconds. So he's losing a chunk of time here to Zero. He's also losing time to Maxstar. So currently, if it sits like it is, Maxstar will be in front as he exits the pit. So let's have a look at Torment. See if he's come in for a brand new set of softs. Yes, it does. So goes into the pits. Red Bull team rushes out. Softs it is. Brand new set of boots for him. So Zero to Cool. We're just checking where he is. He's going past the start finish straight. So yeah, there he goes. Maxstar is the big one. So let's have a look at Maxstar. Is he going to be able to jump Torment? Torment exiting his garage now. Maxstar going over the start finish straight. Yeah, and he jumps Torment. And not just that, the KK Pickle also jumps Torment. So it definitely looks like it was a 22-23 second pit stop. And it's Top Dog also behind Torment now. But Torment is on brand new set of softs, so you expect him to pull quickly away. So the gap between Zero to Cool and Torment, we predicted probably around about 11 to 12 seconds with 12 laps to go, and it's actually 18 seconds. So he lost a whole host of time on that. But yeah, so it looks like the drop off on the tyres is quite big. If Zerticool is going to face the same tyre challenges at the end of the race, the last 3-4 laps might just be very difficult for him. But let's see, let's keep that eye on that time between Torment and Zero. Currently, Maxstar in second, KKR Pickle in third. So Torment is 5 seconds behind Pickle. Pickle is 1.7 seconds behind Maxstar, so keeping it nice and clean. So he's sticking with D, which is great. Top dog down fifth, Red Fury in sixth. Super D, I think he's had a moment, probably lost the car. He's in 10th now. He's on, oh yeah, no, there is probably other damage to this Red Bull. He's batting to keep the car on track, so let's have a look. Yeah, front wing gone. And yeah, he's, I think the Red Bull has just made the call and said, look, come into the pits and let's focus on next year. So as the Red Bull pulls off, probably not one of the happiest drivers around. He definitely needed the points in Japan for the championship, really. And from a constructor's point of view, the AlphaTauri only having one driver tonight, the same as the Red Bull, so it's not going to make a huge difference in the standings at the moment. But Red Bull not leading by much, it's not over 100 points yet, so anything can still happen. Carter Boy all the way in 12th, so he's going to promote him to 11th. Aiden Mason in 10th. Saki Biana in 7th on those hard, so he's having a lonely race there in 7th, but very good, consistent driving by him. He's got some penalties coming his way. Maxstar just got a penalty, so let's just have a look at our penalty system. Alright, so 3-second penalty there for Maxstar. Red Fury, Saki Biana, Titus, Aiden Mason, Carter Boy. He's got a 5-second and a 3-second, and then 2 3-seconds for Sean. But everyone has stopped now, and alright, so let's put our focus back with 7 laps to go. Zero to Cool leading the way, 11 seconds from Maxstar, Pickle 1.2 seconds. So Torment is catching Pickle very quickly, but not as fast as I thought he would. So it's catching is one thing, like they say in Formula 1, and passing is another. So let's see if Torment can get past KTL Pickle. He needs all the points in this race. But Zero to Cool doing everything that he should as a championship leader, putting his car on pole and just keeping his nose clean. So he is currently 11 seconds ahead of Maxstar. And probably about 16 seconds ahead of Torment. Yep, so 14 seconds ahead of Torment. So Sean in 12th, he's really had some good finishes, maybe not points finishes, but definitely consistent finisher. So it's all about track time for him. I know he starts focusing on season 3, so he's trying out a couple of things and a couple of new things assist-wise. So this is all good mileage for him, track time, and I'm pretty sure he learns a lot from being on track at the moment. So well done to you, Sean. Carter Boy, one of our new drivers for the season, joined us. He's currently 11th in the Williams, so yeah, definitely one of the Williams who caused the chaos on the start of the grid with a jump start, but I'm not sure if it was Kyle or Carter Boy 555, but we'll see with the stewards. So Torment getting ever so close now to Pickle. He's now almost within DRS range. So there we go. As you come back, Tormund just picked off Kaka Pickle there. I think he knows that that battle is not for him. He's on 9-lap old hards, Tormund on 3-lap old softs. So definitely the pace advantage for him. He's chasing after Maxstar now. It is over 2 seconds between him and Maxstar. Maxstar obviously having that 3-second penalty, and Tormund nothing at the moment. And so it will definitely be a second for Tormund if he can keep it clean. But yeah, he's got 7 laps trying to catch Zero. I'm not sure how Zero's tyres are holding up. He's managing his ERS really well. Tormund obviously using a lot of ERS and overtake to get past cars at the moment. So I can see Titus, I think it's low in the pit. He's slapped on a brand new, he's probably gone for a drive-through. No, he's going into the pit. He's going to stop on a brand new pair of softs. Here we go, he goes out. Promotes Titus up into 8th. And Mason now in 9th. So Tormund can definitely see Maxstar in the distance, and is getting also close to him. So 11 seconds now, so 6 laps to go. You can just feel that he's probably running out of laps to get to Zero to cool, but it's all about damage limitations here. Very strong race here by the Alpha Tauri driver, Zero to cool. So there is 4 races left after this, so after the holidays we'll be back in the US of A, then Mexico, then Brazil, then Abu Dhabi. So there is still plenty of time left, but this will strengthen Zero to Cool's points margin in the World Championship. So a bit of a mistake there by Tormund. I think he's pushing really hard, so that brings back KKR Pickle on the hard. So really, if KKR Pickle can get, can just go with Tormund, with Maxwell's penalty, and let's just look at the penalties again, but he might just be able to jump Maxwell. So Maxwell's got a 3-second penalty, which he hasn't served. So yeah, so KKR Pickle, if he can just stick with Tormund, and Tormund can just pull him with, Maxwell might just be in trouble here. He might just drop 2 positions and promote Tormund into 2nd and KKR into the podium position. So there's definitely a podium up for grabs here for one of our debutant drivers here tonight. It's going to be difficult to control it. The safety car obviously now will just put the cat amongst the pigeons. But Zero now 9 seconds ahead. You can see there's a slight drop off in the mediums, but I don't think Hanku is pushing like he should at the moment. I think he's just controlling the race from now 9 seconds. You don't want to make mistakes. You don't want to invalidate laps and get penalties towards your name. You just want to keep it in. So I think he's just controlling this. KKR Pickle doing a very good job here, sticking with Tormund on those softs. And there we go, KKR Pickle decides to look, this 11 lap old hard, it's not working for him anymore. He doesn't have a big enough gap, so Top Dog will come fast. But remember, he's got a 5 place penalty. Red 2 is also going to come past, so he puts on a set of mediums. Weird strategy there. I would have thought he might try to get to the end with only 4 laps to go. I'm not sure, so that's podium gone for him, unfortunately. Tormund will definitely be 2nd. If he can keep it below 3 seconds and don't get any penalties, Max Star obviously having a 3-second penalty. Top Dog will go from 4th to 8th. That will promote Red Fury up into 4th. KKR will then drop into 5th, but he is and that was a big moment, I think, from KKR, because a big moment there for him. He's going to battle to get his stars. Just not sure where Saki is, and if he's going to come up behind him. He's probably going to come up behind him really quickly. Oh yes, another big mistake there. So not looking so. Saki is going to come past, yellow flags, and he's going to go past now anytime soon. Right, so with 3 laps to go, Torment really battling on the softs. He's keeping that gap consistent, but I would have thought that he would probably get a little bit closer to Max Star, but obviously not finding the pace in his softs that he would. Maybe the drop-off was just a bit too big. He's on 7-lap old softs now anyway, and we know that you can probably do about 11 laps, so probably a big drop-off on the softs there. But Zero to Cool started on the softs, made it work for himself. There was no safety car. Slapped on the mediums, pulled a nice gap when he was on the softs. Nice race control by him, fast enough, and yeah, then controlling it. So 2.9 seconds now, Max Star for Torment. So it's over 3 seconds now. So yeah, Max Star doing a really good job and just keeping it clean. His penalty is still sitting the way it is. So he's still on 3 seconds, so nothing's going to change there. And further down the field, so we'll focus a little bit later on Hanku. Saki again now 4 seconds behind KK Pickle. I think you could probably smell a 6th position there for him with lots of mistakes there from KK Pickle, but managing to get the car back on track and keeping it clean. Titus and Aiden Isenant low final point scoring position at the moment in 10th. So everyone will basically move a position up except for Aiden Nason and Low, based on the current standings, with Top Dog getting this 5-place penalty. Or Aiden Nason might move up as well. Apologies for that. Carter Boy in 11th. He's still out there putting some mileage on. Sean putting some mileage on. Some vital information there for the McLaren guys. Right, so if you just joined us, it's the second last lap here in Japan, nicely controlled here by Zero. He's 11 seconds ahead. In the intern, Tormund got past Maxstar, a mistake there from Maxstar, also getting another 3-second penalty. So Tormund has jumped Maxstar, he's down second, a comfortable second, no penalties for him yet. Maxstar obviously getting a 6-second penalty. Yeah, so biggest winners so far in terms of position change. Titus 5 places up to 8th, and then Esotronic Sean 4 places up into 12th. The biggest losers, obviously, the guys who dropped out of session Super D. Another big drop there was Adam Mason, 3 places down. But in essence, we're gonna jump on board here with Zero. He's on his last lap. A very controlled race here by Hanke, and I see there's some lots of support from him coming on the comment section here on the YouTube channel. So well done, Smitty. I think we should start calling him Smitty now. But well done, Hanku. Control the race from start to finish, pole position, put in the lap under pressure, in the rain, on dry tires, putting himself onto pole, started on a soft, keeping it clean, breaking away from the pack, putting for the mediums, undercuts everyone, keeping this mediums nice and intact, keeping his ERS intact. And that's additional 8 points to Zero. So from a championship point of view, Zero to Cool will go into the holiday break with an additional, 8 points? Additional to that going into the holiday season. So he will take an 18-point gap into the holiday season, and that's it. So a very good Christmas there. 2-0 to Cool. He crosses the line. Yeah, there we go. Alpha Tauri. Well done, 0 to Cool. Well done, Hanku. Strengthening his position in the World Championship. 18 points he's going to take home into the lead for next year when we go to the US of A. Tormund kills a good second. Damage limitations really for him. Maxstar, good driven third position. Top Dog crosses the line in fourth, but he will drop all the way down to ninth. Red Fury gets promoted to fourth as he crosses the line. Keiko or Pickle, he will probably be promoted to fifth position. Here we go, so sixth position for Keiko or Pickle, so he will move one position up to fifth. Red Fury will move up one position to fourth. Sakabina will move into sixth position. Titus will move into seventh. And Aiden Asen will move into eighth. Top Dog will go into ninth. And Low, a nice points finish position, has been very consistent by him all the way in 10th. Carter Boy retiring from the session. Sean in 11th. Retirements for the session of Theobrota, Powell, Chicken Wing. But that is a win for Hanku. Well done to him. Well done to Alpha Tauri. Very close with Alpha Tauri and Red Bull Racing. Driver of the day, Titus. Well done to Titus in the Renault for a good race by him. So as we look at the podium celebrations just before break for Christmas, remember there is no racing for the rest of this year. You can catch us for Tier 1 obviously on Wednesday night, but I'm very happy Hanku here. He goes into the holiday break 18 points in the lead of the World Championship and Titus, and they will be back in the first week of January in USA when we finish off our calendar season 2 in January before we start our most anticipated season in season 3. So well done to everyone. Just confirmation for you there. Zero to Cool, Torment and Max on top steps. Top Dog in fourth, but he will get demoted down to ninth. Red Fury, Pickle, Sakibina, Titus, Alan Mason, and Low. So well done to everyone. I am just going to see who's available to join me in the comments box. So let's just see who is available for us to have a chat with. Right, so let's see who of the top three drivers is available to have a chat to us. So that finishes off round 18 for this year. Finishes also off racing for this year for Tier 2. They will be back in January next year in the USA. And then the last three races after that, before we get to our season finale in Abu Dhabi. And hopefully we can crown a new world champion and also constructors champion in Abu Dhabi. So very close at the moment in the standings, but a very controlled race by Zero to Cool. Tormund obviously getting into second, and Dean McMahon obviously finishing up in third position. So we'll keep an eye out and see if any of the drivers join us. Just to remind you that we will obviously have racing on Wednesday night. That will be the last race for FTR for the year. They will also be in Japan, and a very tight battle there between myself, Yaku, and Grimjul, and then my teammate, Red Bull DTM, Mark, also brilliant driver, all battling it out for the championship there. So it's going to be interesting to see who takes the lead into the holiday break, and then they will also take a break to the first week of January to start racing again in USA. So we'll keep an eye out on Wednesday. So let's just see who we've got. So I've got Zero already. So I think let's kick off with you, Hanku. Welcome to the comms box and controlled race.
Yes, quite. I would say it's one of my cleanest races with only one warning or track limit warning. So I was quite happy not to get a penalty this time around.
Yeah, you look very controlled. So it was very interesting to see. And I think a lot of Tier 1 guys are probably going to watch this tomorrow morning or before the race on Wednesday. Let's not talk about the mixed conditions in qualifying because that can happen. Let's look at the dry race. You opted to start on the softs, had a clean getaway into turn one. You opened up that gap slightly and then go get on the medium. So it all looked good from your side. If I look at the guys behind you, it's almost like the guys could not switch on the mediums in the second stint. And I'm glad Tormund joined me because I want to have a chat to him about that. But it almost seems like the softs didn't do the stint that we were hoping for in the last stint. Were you battling with anything really in terms of tire wear and grip?
At the end of my soft stint, I did struggle a little bit, but to be honest, when I got my mediums on my softs were almost 70%, so I would expect them to slide around a bit. Well, but I have tested it before.
Yeah,
and the soft medium straight does work just if you manage them nicely.
Well, let's have a chat to Tormund as well, because I want to get both of you involved here, because it was very interesting to see, and well done, Tormund, on your second position, but it's Thanks, good man. For the Red Bull team. A difficult race for you, and obviously we're focusing a lot on the World Championship contenders at the moment, which is the two of you, Red Fury, and obviously Super D, who had the best of races this evening. But in essence, Tormund, you were out on the mediums. You sort of like stuck with Zero in the beginning, and then Hanku pitted for the mediums, and the undercut was just massive. I mean, before the pit stop, he was 6 seconds ahead of you. You went from the softs or from the mediums to the softs, and when you came out of the pits, it was 12 seconds.
So yeah, first of all, congrats to Zero to Cool. That was a good race. What happened? So what happened to me is I kept with them, even Top Dog, he overtook me, but then I got damaged from a back marker. He was fighting for position, so I got damaged. So I had to drive from lap 6 to lap 14.
Okay, that could explain it. Yeah, because I didn't look specifically for damage on your car. It was just very weird for me and the viewers to see, before the pit stop, it was 6 seconds, and we expected the undercut to be about 3 seconds, not pushing too hard because you want some tire life at the end of the race. If you could have this race over, Tormund, would you go soft mediums or would you stick with medium softs?
Soft medium, definitely. I mean, medium soft. Medium soft. Yeah, medium. I feel like I could have kept up with Zero to Cool had it not been for the damage, but but I'll do it again.
Hanku, obviously you didn't have a lot of passing opportunities because you were controlling the race nicely. I mean, from a championship point of view, you're obviously leading by 10 points going into this race earlier. You put your car on pole. a difficult qualifying session in general because first out, with the rain, that lap was the lap that counted. Really, you kept it nice together. We were actually on board with you, but you didn't pass a lot. Torment passing difficult on this track.
Yeah, very difficult. I had a few overtakes, but it's very difficult. I think the only place you can overtake is only the main straight and the back straight.
So just before 130R, maybe.
Yeah. So it's very tough to overtake. Even when we're practicing with the boys with Super D, Josh and Bob, it's always very difficult to overtake.
Yeah. So, guys,
I can imagine. I was lucky.
Look, you said you were lucky, but you did everything, and I said it earlier in the stream, you did everything from a championship point of view. And obviously, as a team, as a management team, and as commentators, we're going to start focusing a lot on you guys, within the next couple of races, because it is getting to the business side of the season. We've only got the USA, Mexico, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi left. Hanku, you must be happy you're going into the holidays now. It looks like there's going to be no Spain for Tier 2. I know Spain was cancelled earlier this year, but we are running out of time to fit in Spain before the season finale. But in essence, you're going on holiday now with 18 points in the lead, really, in the championship.
Yeah, that makes me a little bit more comfortable again back in front. So after Russia of last week, it was quite a downer, but that's why I just practiced more and just made sure I aced this track today.
So another question for you is, and I hear what you say because I also had a very difficult Russia, but for me it was just a pace problem. But what is a comfortable cushion for you going into the last? Let's say we get the USA out of the way with 3 races to go. What would you feel comfortable from a points point of view position to control it from there? What would be a comfortable point for you?
So we've got 4 races left. If I had 100 points, that would have mean I would have won the championship already. So that would have been comfortable.
I was listening very carefully to that one.
Look, it's always interesting to try to understand how you guys think about this, because obviously you are thinking about the championship, maybe not 5 races ago, but you should be now. You should be thinking of which track is going to be my strength, which track is probably not going to be my best, how much points can I lose, and what are you comfortable in going in maybe with the last 2 races? Because we saw in Russia, sorry to interrupt you, like we saw in Russia, anything can happen. Anyone can have a DNF, unfortunately, and that's game over.
Yeah, and that's also what we saw, I think, last season with Pofmeis at the end. I was watching that race as well, and he just needed, I think, 2nd place or 1st place, and he was in the lead. And at the end, somebody swung out in front of him, and he couldn't help it and lost control. So anything can happen, even up to Abu Dhabi. You will never know.
Yeah. Torment, and then let's turn the coin to your side. You're obviously 2nd in the championship, 18 points to drift. You've opened up that gap nicely between you and Red Fury. Obviously, Red Fury not having the best of games tonight as well. There will be Stewart's referrals, I'm pretty sure of that. Super D not finishing tonight. So it gives you a bit of breathing space behind you. But for you, and I'm going to ask you the same question, what points margin would be comfortable for you that you think you can chase down with 3 races to go?
I think, like what he said, it's anything can happen. Like what he's saying with the Pofmeis, even what was his name, O'Kinneal, Warlock last season. It was very tight until the last race. So I think I'm happy with the gap that's there. I'm not entirely happy with it, but I'm going to keep pushing hard. I know Zero Tuku is fast, so I'll keep pushing him, force him into making mistakes, and hopefully, anything
he will
can
break
happen.
under pressure.
Even with 30 points, I'm just going to keep pushing.
Okay, so just obviously my last question to the both of you.
Let's hope I don't break.
It's obviously not just about drivers, I feel about teammates and the whole team game. That's what FTR is all about. Red Bull Racing leading at the moment, Torment, but your lead is slightly cut down by 8 points tonight. Your teammate not finishing, Hanku, your teammate not being available tonight. How do you go about this with the next 4 races? Because it's ideal to win the World Championship as a driver. That's what we all try to do. But you also want to win the constructors as well. And at the moment, it really looks like a battle between AlphaTauri and Red Bull Racing. So both of your drivers not performing tonight for various reasons. How do you go about that starting in Jan?
So I think we're going to go with team orders. AlphaTauri needs to give us some space. It's our junior team.
Your junior team, ouch.
Well, if we look at it, if I was a Christian Horner, I would probably tell the AlphaTauri team just to behave
just back
slightly,
off, yeah.
or we will take some investment away from them. But
Yeah.
obviously that's not the case. But your teammates need to step up now because it's really close between Red Bull and AlphaTauri, and an ideal would be Hanku maybe for yourself to win the World Championship and your team to win the constructors. You really want to make this a double.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome. But I'll have a deal with Tillman. We'll step down. But whoever ends up with the most championship points between you and Super D, I want as oh, I can't. Sorry, never mind. I
thought the prize money was going
to next season.
No, I was getting excited. Yeah, I thought the prize money might come back to the league. Obviously not. Obviously not. So that's going to be an investment in the PlayStation 5, I'm pretty sure. But gents, thank you for tonight. Sorry, Anke. Yeah.
Or a wheel, not just the
Or a wheel, there we go.
Yeah, true.
I tell you what, you'll probably slap that wheel with a brick the first couple of months when you try it. Don't expect too much from a wheel if you've been on a controller like me forever. But anyway, gents, thank you so much for chatting to me. It's been awesome seeing you race over the last 18 races. It is now our holiday break in essence. It's probably the last time that I will chat with you guys in a comments box or anything like that. So I think from my side, from the whole FTR management team, a Merry Christmas to both of you. And I hope it's a blessed one with you and the families. Take some time off, put the game away, play something else, get your mind clear. And then also, happiest of New Year's. And hopefully it will be a blessed and a great new year for both of you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks to everyone. Thanks.
Thank you. And
yeah,
brilliant.
All the best.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas to everyone. 02 Just don't touch your PlayStation until next year.
No cheating.
Ouch. I'll be on leave, so I wouldn't have anything else to do.
There we go.
Right, cool.
So thank you so much to the both of you, and we'll see you next year. Next year.
All right, cheers, Wes.
Cheers, guys. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. And then that's obviously us. So that's it for me for this year in the comments box. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for everyone who was watching. Thanks for everyone who was commenting on the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed the comments box tonight. We'll get a bit more personal with our drivers as we go along in terms of the World Championship. But it is Zero to Cool is smiling tonight, taking an 18-point lead into the break. So thank you very much for joining us. You can tune back into FTRF1 YouTube channel for Wednesday night for the last race of the year for Tier 1. And you can also catch us on Facebook just to see all the new information, and also go check out the Season 3 video. Thank you very much for everyone watching, and have a blessed Christmas and a new year. And I'll catch you up in 2021. Ciao, ciao.